Today's Halloween review is Jaws 3, or more well known, Jaws 3D. Considering I already did Jaws 1 2023 and Jaws 2 2024, it makes sense to do Jaws 3 this year. And in this one, they do something a little bit different, where instead of shark killing people at the beach, it takes place at a water park, which is kind of a clever thing to do. I like water parks, where they have like underwater kingdom. They have the Spanish Ghetto, if that I pronounce it right, and there's dolphins. And Roy Shader does not reprise his role as Martin Brody, so instead he's replaced by Mike Brody and Catherine, and some other characters as well, where they try to stop the shark from eating people. Um, and this film, and what are my thoughts on this film, especially given its bad reviews? I gotta say, is not that bad. It's not my favorite in the franchise. Of course, I really like the first movie. I don't remember the second one. In terms of like how I thought about it. I thought Jaws 3 was mediocrely decent at best. Cause one, again, I do like how they do it a little bit different. Where again, instead of the beach, they got a water park. And they have some very cool scenes involving the water park, like some of the fun stunts as well. I like how they try to not be the same movie again, and by having a different location. Thought that was clever. And like I said, I like water parks, so it's cool to see that and depicted in the Jaws movie. And the production design looks really nice. I really like how the water park looks, as well as like the underwater kingdom. It looks really nice. I really like the production, the design of the park. And the characters were not unlikable, but they were not the best. Like Mike Brody was a fine protagonist, but not as good as Martin Brody, unfortunately. And Catherine was a love interest. And Cal Clavin Calvin, played by Louis Gossett Jr., was alright in the movie. But the other ones were not that the best. Though the only two other characters that I kind of thought were fun at first, like the couple that like were swimming at the beginning of the film, before they get the before another couple uh me, goofs around with them, and the two dudes start fighting each other. Thought they were funny characters for a bit. Um, and I thought that whenever the Jaws music played, it felt suspenseful. The chase sequences between the humans and the shark were fun, kind of. Although the shark itself doesn't, it looks sometimes when looks practical, it looks decent, but when they had to go like CGI in a way, like when he's floating, when during the underwater kingdom, it looks terrible, and it looks even worse during the climax where he breaks a glass. It looks hilariously terrible. Yeah, that's another thing. So this movie is called Jaws 3D. So the movie is technically in 3D. And that means there's a lot of stuff in the movie where it has like close up of it, like in the beginning of the movie, a fish gets decapitated, and the head starts floating around. And it gets closer and closer to the camera, obviously to make the people like see how real it kind of looks. And also they do it again with like the severe, like a arm, and like the thing, like the logo or the underwater kingdom, like when they enter the place. It has like this right here. And like I said, like the awful jaw shark scene. And also like one when they saw when the shark explodes, there's bones as a close up of it to see like, hey, look at the bones, everybody. And while it might seem, well, I'm not sure what people thought about it if they saw this movie in 3D, but as someone who has not seen this movie on 3D, because I watched it on Netflix, which I don't think allows 3D. I just watched it normally. It looks awkward and distracting. It doesn't look the best, and the kind of CGI-ish feel to them doesn't look the best. Um, and I thought the dolphins were kind of fun, and they're jumping around, and the dolphin scenes were kind of cute in a way. Um, yeah, overall, I thought Jaws 3D was kind of mediocre. It was better than I expected, but nothing can beat the original. And I really am curious about Jaws: The Revenge next year. But yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on Jaws 3D? Let me know in the comments below, and peace out. Bye, and stay tuned for more Halloween videos.